many videocasts that are going to cover the week's news here on ZTGD. We're calling it the ZTGD News Burst, and each week me and my co-host, the original Italian Stallion, Justin.
Indeed.
Say hi, Justin.
Indeed. Hello. Hello.
We'll be joined by a guest from the podcast. This week we've got Drew.
Hello.
And what we'll do is we'll be discussing some of the bigger news stories of the week. Hopefully we'll have big news stories.
Right.
Some might be quiet, some might be bigger than others. We'll have to see. It's also a chance for you guys to see what we actually look like, put faces to voices, those that listen to the podcast. Generally, we get informed that I can only recognise me because I'm the English one. And all you Yanks sound the same, so...
Yeah, is that how it is? Okay.
Yeah, apparently so. We are trying this out. Hopefully it'll work. Hopefully you guys will like it. Hopefully we'll have some fun. Time will tell. And if it is popular and you guys like it, that's how we're going to continue forward.
And even if it's not popular, you know what? Screw you. We're going to do it anyway.
There you go. Yeah.
It's a reason for us guys to shoot the shit.
Right.
So we're going to start off this week with what I consider to be the biggest news story. While Sony and Microsoft were battling it out over whose console is the best or whose forthcoming console is the best, we all missed pretty much a console launch this week, which was the Ouya.
And there's a reason why we missed it, because who gives a flying shit?
That's true.
And we aren't the only ones who missed it either. Many of you probably know that it was a Kickstarter, so it was crowdfunded. Your pennies went into making this product, and a lot of you apparently didn't get it from the reports.
Yeah, I remember reading about that, yeah.
Yeah. It's on store shelves right now, and the backers didn't get theirs yet.
Yep.
It takes a piss a little bit, obviously. The managing director of Ouya, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but she basically sent out a apology on the forum posts for the Ouya site, saying, it's not our fault. We gave the that old chestnut. It's not our fault. We gave out the consoles to the distribution company back in May, and it's their fault you haven't got them.
Finger pointing's fun.
Yes, absolutely. To which most people stuck the middle finger up. It is a bit naughty, to be fair.
They gave that right finger right on. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean,
it is.
You backed this from however long ago they announced it.
It was about a year ago, wasn't it?
To get this console, if you will, early, and you don't even get it when it's even on shelves? I'm sorry, that's lame and kind of stupid.
It's quite funny. I went into one of my local game stores on the Tuesday that it launched, and I said, well, how many have you sold? And they went, one.
One. I'm surprised they sold the one, to be quite honest.
Fair, probably a start. We got a discount.
The little background. Now, is this Android powered?
It is. It's essentially your mobile phone in a little box. The idea is that you can play Android games on there. There are ones going to be specific for the console, but apparently none of them have really gone live. They're touting things like Final Fantasy III is one of the big names that you can play. The problem with me, for me anyway, is that you're basing your console, or your sales of your console, and the whole unique selling point for it on being able to play these games that you can play on your phone. You already have the equipment to do it. Most people have a smartphone. Android and iOS, the two most popular.
Right.
Or most of these games will be on there.
But you can't play it on the big screen, John.
And can you imagine how good they'll look on the big screen?
Oh, like ass.
Oh, yes.
Like pure ass.
I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna cast aspersions. I haven't played it. Chances are I never will. But to me, I don't see the point. What's quite funny to me is that there's a UK game site called videogamer.com. It's an excellent site. If you haven't heard of it, go look them up on YouTube. They specialise in videos, and one of the guys there, Matt Lees, very, very funny guy. He does some really good videos. the ones from E3 are brilliant. He's done these abridged Nintendo, Xbox, and Sony conference videos, and he just rips a piss. It's in a fun way. The guys on there clearly love gaming, but they do like taking the mick. Apparently, he posted a video that wasn't very endearing towards the Ouya on the day of release, and apparently he believes someone from Ouya complained, and YouTube took it down because apparently because it was a little bit mean towards the console. But again, these guys take the piss. It's in a fun way, and as I say, if you watch your videos, if you watch their past stuff, you know it's they're just ribbing them, and it's all just in the name of fun.
Well, and that's what the internet's for sometimes, I guess. And I complain about it a lot. And you know what? Are we gonna get pulled? We're making fun of it pretty good, I think.
Yeah. Well, what was quite funny is after they pulled it, the guy then put up another video and basically said, these are the reasons why YouTube took it down, because we, I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was something that they'd said in there that kind of wasn't factually correct. So he put up a video, just very plain, him standing in front of a green screen saying, Ouya is shit. That's my review. This is why it's shit, and there's nothing you can do about it because I've actually not broken any rules this time.
Nice.
So much like these kind of people who have a lot of followers on YouTube, you pull a video down, that's the worst thing you could possibly do because they will find a way to get you back.
Now, how much is this launched for?
Over here it's £100, so I don't know, maybe $150. I don't know, does that sound right?
I want to say it's $99 here in the United States.
Oh, so we're getting screwed again in the UK. Woo! I don't think it's worth it. Again, if I was to have one, I'd probably benefit from the fact that you can stream stuff through it. You can have it act as a server, apparently, for content online and on like your PC or something like that. That to me would be interesting, but it's nothing that I can't already do with what I've got currently. So
I'm sure you already have at least one or two devices that do that already.
Absolutely. So to me, it's again, I don't know whether it's aimed at me at all. Maybe it's aimed at the casual gamer who maybe wants to play these games with the controller, and I'm sure some of them play a lot better with the controller, absolutely, but I can't see it being a massive seller. But then what do they care? They've made their money.
Right. Exactly. That's the big thing right there. They actually had a little bit more speculation, or they had some criticisms, and that was the PR or whoever it is that runs the Twitter account for Ouya was using the hashtag, I think, free the games or something like that. And so certain companies were kind of being concerned with the whole, they're kind of advocating emulators, which they've already got videos. They've already showed people playing emulators on this thing real easy, playing Super Mario Brothers, and Nintendo is not very happy with that.
Right.
Well, to be fair, this is the other thing, isn't it? They've said from day one it was hackable, and what are you going to do with a hackable Android device?
Right.
Make it play old video games.
Absolutely illegally.
Now these games have price points, or are they free? Because
they're
it's free to
demos. Free demos.
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently,
because it's free the Android is free for anyone to code for. It's open source. So I didn't know how they were doing that.
No, I mean, I should imagine some may offer games for free, and maybe games. I don't know how it works. I don't know if you can just go to the Google Marketplace and buy a game such as Jetpack Joyride and play it with a controller. I don't know, because obviously that's free, or whether these are specific games that have to go through the Ouya Marketplace that is linked to Google. I mean, I should really be more informed when we do this stuff, to be fair, but that might involve buying one.
Oh, just whatever.
Half the fun. Being ignorant is fun, so whatever. Just roll with it.
Absolutely. Anything else that you guys want to say about the Ouya?
I don't care.
It's a piece of hardware that I don't care about, and I personally think people have got ripped off.
Yep. Put that on the back of your box. Justin says, I don't care.
Exactly. Boom, stamp it, it's done.
Okay, in which case we'll move on to story number 2. This one, you've got to feel sorry for our cousins down under. This week saw not one but 2 games getting banned in Australia by the apparently a newly formed classification board. Now they've always had problems in the past. Grand Theft Auto games get banned on a regular basis, and no doubt the next one will. And apparently they tried to modernise it a bit and create this new, fresh classification board that then went and banned Saints Row. I was going to say the fourth, but it isn't. Saints Row 4, and then the day after that, State of Decay. Bonkers.
And I'm sure their reason is because of the violence.
Well, I mean, what games get past? I mean, all right, yeah, Saints Row 4 is sort of cartoon comic violence. The State of Decay is just violence, I guess, against the undead. But I mean, name games that don't have violence in that people play nowadays. I mean, Gears of War, does that make it through? That's quite bloody and violent.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good question. I really don't know what they go by. Which they've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
Like in drug use, I think is another one. In fact, I believe Fallout 3 was originally banned because of blatant drug use.
Really?
Yeah. I can't remember, but I think there was a story about that a long time ago.
I guess I just don't understand the banning of games. I mean, it's a form of media. Do they ban movies with violence and drug use over
I
there?
have no idea.
I guess we're not sort of privy to that information because we read the gamers' blogs, but
right. But I mean, it's the same.
they do.
I mean, it's a form of entertainment, and I just don't understand it. I mean, it's obviously not reality, and I don't understand the banning of games.
But maybe
really don't.
Maybe the reason why something like Saints Row 4 gets banned is because it is based in reality, whereas opposed maybe something
based in reality. Really,
well,
John?
you know what?
Really?
Yeah,
Come on now. You're gonna have superpowers.
Yeah.
How's that based in reality? That's like Superman.
Well, yeah.
Superman.
But it's based in this world, essentially, I guess. Same with State of Decay. Something like Gears of War isn't. But it's still violence is violence, blood is blood.
I don't know. It's stupid as shit.
Well, I mean, that's how their government works over there, and the unfortunate thing is that's how it works, and so they're going to have to nitpick.
Yep.
It's a shame. Because, I mean,
shame.
it's bad enough that the pricing for Australian games apparently is quite high, and when you have to resort to importing the games you want to play because they get banned, you're pushing the price up once again. It's a real shame. But
do we have any Australian listeners on the normal show? Do we know this?
I don't know.
Because if we do, I kind of want to know, their laws and, I want their opinion on why they're doing this. That would be nice to know, to have someone, if they're Australian and they're listening, I want to know what's going on.
No, yeah, absolutely. You guys can leave comments at the YouTube page that this is going to go up on. It's going on our Originals channel. You can leave comments under the video. If you are an Australian listener, then that would be fantastic. We'd like to hear, how difficult it is for you guys and why you think that they're so sensitive to this kind of stuff.
Because they're missing out on some pretty good stuff. I mean, I can't speak for State of Decay, but I know Saints Row 4 is going to be.
But Last of Us didn't get banned, did it? And that's no different than something like State of Decay. That's brutally violent, set in a realistic environment, in one of the most realistic environments you can get in video games at the moment. So did that get banned? I can't remember reading that got banned. Why would that make it through where Saints Row doesn't? It's odd.
Yeah, and I kind of want to know what the fine line is. That's what I'm looking for, is what is the line that, these two games crossed that other games didn't.
That would be interesting. So again, call out to anybody if we happen to have, if we happen to have any listeners, it would be great. But if we happen to have listeners in Australia, then that would be great if we could, just put in your 2 cents worth so that we can better understand the situation you guys are in as gamers over there.
Absolutely.
So going forward, something that kind of is only a little news story, but it's one that piqued my interest. Apparently, during the Microsoft conference at E3, during Don Matrix, ooh, look what we've got a brilliant console thing. Someone noticed in the background on the screen was a logo for Crackdown. And this week, he said that it's something that they're looking towards. I was a massive fan of Crackdown.
Oh,
I
yeah, me too.
absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the best games on the Xbox for sure. Not so much of a fan of 2. I didn't think it was done in the right way. It didn't.
Nobody liked to.
It didn't. I mean,
I wouldn't say I didn't like it.
I thought they were cool
enjoyed
parts,
it. Right.
but it wasn't a leap enough forward.
Right.
It didn't add anything new apart from the
zombies.
the zombie
the
thing, and
mutants, whatever they're called.
yeah, absolutely. So, are you guys interested in possibility of a Crackdown on Xbox One?
Fuck
Would that sell a
yes.
console?
Fuck yes.
I mean, sure. I mean, I'd play it. I mean, I'm not getting an Xbox One anytime soon, so. I mean, I couldn't tell you.
Not on
Oh,
this show,
man.
mate. No, don't start that. Not on this show.
If they announce a Crackdown 3 for Xbox One, man,
I tell you what,
that'll be
I'm
so fucking awesome.
my money is already on the PS4. That's what I'm getting day one. I tell you what, if they announce a Crackdown 3, oh, I'd be tempted. That might make me get that as well.
But you know it won't be day one.
No, that's the thing. They would have already announced it. Gamescom is too late to announce that kind of game.
Yep.
But the fact that there's a possibility it's actually being worked on. If it is being worked on at the moment, we don't know who by. Obviously not the original developers. They went out, unfortunately.
Well, they didn't make the second one either.
No, what's begins with an N.
Ruffian made the second.
Ruffian.
Are they? They're not still going though either, are they? Microsoft, because that was a Microsoft. They bought the studio and then disbanded it after 2, didn't they?
Yeah.
Did they? Actually, I don't remember reading about that.
I'm pretty sure they did. Who was the company that made? For some reason, I'm thinking they also made Shadowrun on the Xbox 360.
Ruffian.
Probably. That was Ruffian?
That was. It might have been.
I don't think so.
I think they were a Scottish studio.
I think Ruffian was. If I remember correctly, which I probably don't. I think they only did Crackdown 2. Ruffian. So I'm probably wrong. But
I can't. It's been so long, I can't remember.
Anyone got money on who could be developing it?
Well, who did the first one again?
I don't know, but let me look it up.
Yeah, you can be our font of knowledge on this one, Drew.
Was it Microsoft?
No, it was Microsoft Studios published, but I don't think it was
Okay.
developed by them.
Okay.
Oh,
Well-
oh God, I remember. It's a was it? Begins with an N. Has a swirling. I can remember the swirling logo at the beginning. Oh God.
Yeah, let our Google expert do it.
Yeah, let Drew do
He'll
that.
find the answer in no time.
I mean, I would really.
I mean, I'm trying.
I would love to know. I'd love to know who's working on it. I'm sure they are. It's one of those. Crackdown 2 was a sorely kind of.
It was disappointing.
It's a missed opportunity. It was
Right.
definitely a missed opportunity. I think 3 could. If there's been enough time between 2 now, and if 3 does come out, and when it comes out, there's plenty of time for them to actually build upon it. And on the next generation, it's probably going to look amazing. Those worlds were absolutely huge,
Yeah.
and it was a lot of fun to play. Just especially co-op. The amount of co-op I played online, just going bonkers. You never did any of the missions. You just went completely nuts and blew shit up, and it was brilliant.
Yeah.
That's what
And,
you want. You want something like that.
The thing I'm proud of is before they got the Keys of the City DLC and the rocket tag or whatever, me and I think it was Ken and Terrence, not at the same time obviously, but I forget which one I started with at first. We were just on a building just looking out like, oh yeah, hey, what are we gonna do now? And I just kicked them across the damn city and tag, you're it, and just jumped all the way across the other one. That was I
That game
created
was
tag.
ripe for it.
I created tag, bitches. That was my idea.
The company that made the first Crackdown was called Real Time Worlds.
That's
Real Time
right.
was.
That's
And it's the
Ah,
same
yes.
people who made All Points Bulletin, which
Did that come
Oh
out?
yeah.
Oh, it did come out. Wow.
Yeah, it was on PC. It was
Yeah.
not very good. Went free to play quite quickly, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, then they restructured it and stuff like that. Unfortunately, Real Time Worlds is no longer. So
Just so you guys know that we are in no way endorsing Coca-Cola because I have
Oh,
Pepsi.
whatever. We are endorsing Coke, bitch.
No, there's
know
other
what
Cokes
Pepsi
are
is?
available.
Pepsi is flat Coke.
No, I like Pepsi Max. I'm a diabetic, so I like
Oh, I
fizzy
didn't know that.
drinks.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I like fizzy drinks, and Pepsi
Okay.
Max is what I can have, so I don't mind that. It's not as good as the I don't like it as much as the Coke Zero. I don't know.
Yeah, Coke Zero sucks.
Yeah. So that's cool. I hope something like that does come of it. Whether it does or doesn't, we
And
no
we would
idea.
like
But
to know if you care about a Crackdown 3.
Absolutely, let us know.
again, it will be up on our YouTube page, which is ZTGD Originals. Please leave comments. Next story, one that is very, very close to my heart. I could have cried a river earlier this week when PopCap announced that Plants vs Zombies 2 is being delayed. Absolutely fucking good. I was looking forward to that. It was originally set for July. They've now pushed it back to later in the summer. I don't
Oh
know
no, that
how.
means August. That's another month. Oh
Yeah,
no, John, what are you
well,
gonna do?
yeah, summer over here. Well, there is no summer. They could they could release it in November and say it was still summer. Where the change is so little over here. I'm absolutely. I mean, I'm. As anyone who listens to the podcast knows, I am a massive, massive Plants vs Zombies fan. I have bought it practically on every single platform because I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was really looking forward to it. I was a little bit about the free-to-play stuff because you never had any of that with the original. You bought it, and that was it. And free-to-play with EA means microtransactions. Although PopCap had come out and said that it's no way going to affect the game. It's more cosmetic stuff and stuff for add-ons if you want to decorate your zombies or plants. But
Decorate your zombies or plants.
that's what they do, isn't it? That sort of stuff. I don't know whether that is the case. You see a lot of these games on iOS and Android and things like that where it's free to play, but if you want to get anywhere, you're going to have to pay. And to me, I would rather put 10 quid down.
Or rather, get there faster.
No, yeah, but the
not a lot
is,
of games make this, the microtransactions to actually affect the gameplay. They just help you get to where you want to go quicker.
But the disparity between playing it without paying and playing it with can be quite game breaking, which I'm hoping it isn't myself. But I wish they'd come out with an option to say, look, this is your microtransaction version, or you can pay some money and you know what, you don't have to worry about it.
Right.
That's what I'd have preferred because they would have had my money. No, I'm not buying. I don't buy into that stuff. I don't buy microtransactions because that can turn into a slippery slope. Anyone who's played Candy Crush can tell you.
If they have a paid version, it's essentially microtransactions in one bundle, John.
Yeah, but then you haven't got to worry about it. If it basically said,
right, overpaying and keep paying and going broke and then cursing the world.
I would rather pay out. And a game like Plants vs Zombies doesn't need the free-to-play model. You put it out at $5-10, people are going to buy it, and they're going to buy it in their droves.
At $10?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah.
That's
I don't
what
know.
the person
when
was.
it came out on the iPhone, it wasn't $10.
It was $5.
Was it $5?
I think so on the iPad. Yeah.
I'd say
the problem.
or iPhone.
Oh, well, the prices change, but I mean, I have bought it on the only platform I haven't bought it on is the PlayStation 3. I've bought it on the iPhone, the iPad. I've bought it on the Xbox. I've bought it on the Vita. I've bought it on the DS. They have got my money several times over because I love that game, and there are a lot of fans who've probably bought multiple versions. I would rather it have been like that. Now,
wait, what was Drew gonna say? Kind of cut him off like 50 times.
Well, I was going to say that the reason why, I hope the reason why they delayed it was that they maybe release it on other platforms, because right now you have the whatever version.
Yeah, you got iOS only.
There's no PC, there's no Xbox or PlayStation. And let me tell you something. I've played a good amount of Plants vs Zombies, but my girlfriend is insane about that game, and the fact that she can't play the second one is pissing her the hell off.
Okay, well, buy an iPad, mate.
I'm not buying an iPad.
It will come. My favourite version is actually the version on the Vita because I find that fun. I like the fact that you don't only have to shake it to collect the sun, and it's really easy. They will come to other platforms. Absolutely, they're probably working on this one because that's where it's going to have the biggest impact. But you'll see it come to all the others, and I'm surprised it's not on PC because obviously that's where it originally started.
Yeah.
First one, but again, it'll turn up probably on Windows 8 for PC or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I'm just a little bit in trepidation in regards to the DLC stuff, the freemium stuff. But either way, we're going to have to wait a bit longer to find out. No date has been given, whether it's later in July, whether it is August or September. We don't know. I'm sure EA will kick us some more information when they see fit.
Right.
Okay, so another couple of stories before we wrap this up. First one's a little bit odd. I threw this in there because I just wanted to say what the fuck. The Rock is the WWE 14 cover star, or 2K14 cover star.
Why?
I just find hasn't Rock retired? I'm not a wrestler.
No, he's not retired. No.
Okay.
He took time out. He came back at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but what's that?
Year.
I'm going to get paid shit tons of money to show my face, come back, or is it?
He came back for like maybe a month, and he only showed up like to maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 shows.
So pay shitloads of money to show up, kind of thing.
Right, because he was promoting 2 movies at the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only reason why I came back.
Right. To me, it's really
he wanted
strange.
to promote those movies.
I mean, he was a wrestler, yeah, absolutely, and he was one of the most popular. Fine, I can understand that, but that's like putting Vinnie Jones or Gary Lineker on the cover of the next FIFA game. It's fucking pointless.
Right. Well, I mean, it's a little... Well, not exactly like that, because The Rock was a wrestler, and...
Also, was Gary Lineker and Vinnie Jones were footballers.
Oh, were they?
Vinnie Jones was a soccer player?
You don't know
I
Gary
did
Lineker,
not know that.
but
No.
Vinnie Jones, you know him as an actor.
Yeah.
He was actually a professional footballer.
Oh, well, then that makes perfect sense then. Good comparison.
Yeah, there you go.
Is being really tall, like, an advantage?
He's not very tall. No,
Oh, I thought he was,
not
like,
very
really tall.
No, he's not. I'll tell you what, if you can, Google an image, put in Vinnie Jones and Gaza. Put in an image. There's an image of him grabbing his crotch, pulling at his crotch on the pitch. You'll see he was a footballer. A very well-known footballer at the time. It was putting him off.
Okay.
You know that hard man persona Vinnie Jones gets in things like Lock, Stock?
Right.
That comes from his real life hard man persona. So he was he played for back in the day. He played for Wimbledon and I believe Millwall, which they were rough clubs. They were clubs. So it's that same sort of thing. It's like a retired.
He's not retired, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but he is, though, isn't he? He doesn't do it as his main profession. He came back to promote some movies,
but he's
still shit ton of money.
He's still on the active roster. He's not retired. Blah blah blah. I don't like it. I think it's stupid. I don't care. The Rock is, his ship has sailed. He's moved on. He's doing a television show.
Really?
Called The Hero.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I actually like him as an actor. I think he's okay. I enjoyed that one he was in within the guy from American Pie, Sean William Scott.
The Rundown.
Yeah, it was called Welcome to the Jungle over here, but yes, I think that's the same one.
That's a fantastic title.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think we've just lost Drew. Woohoo! Day one problems.
Wow.
He'll come back in, no doubt. So I just thought it was odd. I threw that one in there. I don't understand wrestling. To me, wrestlers are Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Rowdy Roddy Piper, and the British Bulldog. That's how long ago I watched it.
And that's like 80s, 90s kind of deal. My only guess is why they put him on is because he came back. They gave him the championship belt. He's still The Rock. He's still the biggest thing in wrestling. He gets really big props when he, comes out and wrestles or makes an appearance. So, I mean, at the end of the day, he's still The Rock. So,
yeah. Well, fair enough. They're obviously he'll sell copies.
Oh, there's no doubt he'll sell. So, I don't like it, but he had his day in the sun, and he left it behind. So,
are you a big wrestling fan?
I'm not a big fan. I know I ranted about it like a few months back when he actually did come back and beat CM Punk for the championship when CM Punk was on a historic title reign, like 424 or 34 days or something like that, like 25th best in history or something like that. It was a very huge run, and he comes back and he gets the title for no reason. So other than he's The Rock and he's got movies to promote.
I'm back.
Hello, he's back. Sorry.
After like 17 times I see on the side here, it says, you left, you joined, you left, you joined. Make up your fucking mind, Drew.
I'm sorry, my computer went dead. It was lightning strike back here. It's crazy.
Shit.
Oh, so
See,
you got storms rolling too, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Ninjas don't just attack the podcast. It's good to know.
Yeah, they get us everywhere.
Yeah, lightning ninjas.
Just in time for the final story, Drew, which is I think something that sort of broke today. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon has sold 500,000 copies. That's pretty impressive for an XBLA game or a
pretty good.
download game. The reason why it sort of caught my eye is because although I haven't played Blood Dragon, I am currently rinsing the original Far Cry 3 game, which I'm absolutely loving.
I'm sorry, you're rinsing?
Rinsing, just going at it a lot.
Renting.
Rinse.
Rinse.
Yeah, it just means going at it quite heavily. So I'm
Is that what you say in the bed too? I'm just rinsing.
Yeah, I'm just rinsing.
Ew, you're gross,
No,
John.
normally that's wiping.
Oh.
Excuse me. It's I'm really enjoying it, although it's quite difficult in parts, and you do get sidetracked very, very easily. And I'm trying not to get sidetracked because I don't want it to peter out because I want to follow the story. But have either of you guys played Blood Dragon?
No, I have not.
Drew?
He seems to be frozen, and that's an awesome frozen picture, by the way.
He's quite good. I just thought he was giving us his hard man stare.
Right. Well,
you don't mess with me. That's his Clint Eastwood look.
Yes, that needs
brilliant.
to be immortalized. We need to just like screen capture this and
It's
just have
okay.
that go around like Gambit's candy van.
Okay, that is going to be screen captured because when this goes up on the video, when people watch this, they see the three.
That's true. I forgot
things
about
at
that.
once. So that's pretty cool. This
Yes.
Friday, we're talking about a piece of downloadable content that neither of us have played. I was hoping Drew had
I
played.
know. Yeah, I don't remember if he said that on the podcast or not.
I
I
don't
really
listen to him on the
remember.
podcast. I just face
I know. I kind of zone out.
Yeah,
so I thought it was
yeah.
just me. Of course, I zone out when everyone else is talking too. I don't give a shit about you people.
Yeah, I know. That's true. I do want to play it. Apparently, it's very different, and because it's nothing to do with the game, and you don't even need to have it to actually download and play the DLC, which is a bit odd. But that's a cool way of doing it.
No, I mean it's a different game. It's Far Cry, but it's a different. Wow, it's completely different.
Yeah,
I saw
bonkers.
Ken play it, and man, he showed me one of the dragons, one of the blood dragons or whatever. Wow, those things are creepy. So, I mean, I wanted to play it, but time and lack of funds. But that's not really a reason anymore because I have funds. But I might have to download it because I mean it's selling pretty well apparently. So
Yeah, 500,000. I
Yeah.
mean, it's no Minecraft, which hit 7 million.
7 million. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
Like, 7
which I'm
million.
shocked you didn't put that in as a little news thing because that's huge.
I only found out about earlier today, and you know what? 7 million.
7 million.
And
That's
they want you to
ridiculous.
buy it on the Xbox One.
And it will sell on the Xbox One.
Bonkers. It's bonkers. You're right, it will. It's rip-off, but yes,
Well,
it will.
I mean,
It is. I mean, the people who buy an Xbox One have probably got a 360. They're playing Minecraft. They've probably got it on the 360. They're going to need to come out and give you some pretty awesome.
but John, you're
want you to buy it.
this is coming from the guy who played or bought Plants vs Zombies on 19 different consoles.
Okay, yeah, good point. Well made.
Yes.
What was
So-
that?
He's back. Although he's
Yeah,
a
I'm
bit.
back.
Oh, there you are.
Pixelated?
You missed the most awesome face we've ever seen.
Yes.
Oh, was that got?
no, that
It
would
was
have
like
been
a-
more awesome actually.
You look like you were about to kill a man.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
very
no,
much
I
so.
look like that all
It was
the
like
time
some
anyway.
kind of intensive care stare, real broody, real. So
There's a Vinnie
yeah,
Jones there.
yes,
Yeah, there it is.
Well, I said Clint Eastwood, but yeah,
Without
absolutely.
so much the pouty lip at there, but that's
to get you back in on what I was saying, I was talking about Far Cry selling for 500,000 copies of the Blood Dragon. Have you played it?
I have actually played probably about 2 hours of it, something like that. I didn't get deep into it though.
But it's completely different, obviously, than Far Cry 3.
Oh yes, it's like a comedy game almost. It's it has the same mechanics as Far Cry 3 does, with the exception of the robots and the whole hearts, pulling the hearts out of the blood dragons, or no, pulling the hearts out to lure blood dragons to attack the robot guys.
Do you do crafting and stuff? Do you do crafting and?
No, all that stuff.
Okay.
Like you can still search stuff. You can go hunting for stuff, but it's automatically just give you money.
Oh, okay.
Now, when I saw Ken play just a little bit of it, is it more stealthy?
Stealthy?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it still has that stealth element to it, but I mean, you can still run in there and just shoot everybody you want to.
Okay.
I mean, but yeah, you totally can sneak around. It's kind of like Far Cry 3 where, yeah, stealthing could probably help you. It'd make it a lot easier, but you can just go in there guns blazing if you want.
Okay. And, well, as we were talking about that selling 500,000, we've moved on a little bit to Minecraft selling 7 million.
Yeah, that's insane. That's ridiculous. They're trying to repackage that and get you to buy it again on the Xbox One.
And that's where we were talking about and how John thinks it's a ripoff, and I said this coming from the guy who plays Plants vs. Zombies on, how many different systems. So
Yeah, I've got no room to talk. You're right.
And
I should have kept shut.
And it'll sell on the Xbox One.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's the reason why they're releasing it. They're making money and they're
Day one
doing
as well,
a
isn't it?
damn good job at it.
Is it day one?
Have they said that, day one?
I don't
Is it?
remember if it did.
That's a downloadable content you want for day one, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you want to buy another game for like 2 months.
Well,
Right.
I'm saying that, yeah, that's probably not the best one. You want on the day one, you want them to buy everything else first, then
That's
buy
true.
Minecraft.
Right. I mean, that's huge for both games. That's really impressive.
Yeah.
Downloadable game or Xbox Live games, whatever you want to call them. It's pretty good. That's pretty impressive. So good for them.
Me
Good
and,
for
we
both
and
of
Drew
them.
were talking before the podcast in regards to the forthcoming next generation consoles and how big a part indie games will play. That we both believe that can make and break a console. I think it's got the power to, and Sony seem to be stepping in the right direction with their Sony Pub Fun thing, self-publishing, and although Xbox are being very restrictive, they are at least getting rid of the fees for updating, which I think as of this week, they're no longer going to charge I believe it was $10,000 to do any patches past the first one. So again,
They charged indie developers $10,000.
Yeah. Phil Fish from Fez, when he's refusing to do Fez 2 on the Xbox because of it. He couldn't afford it, and it's like,
Who can afford that?
big publishers. That's the thing. Big
Well,
publishers.
besides big publishers, but you're indie for a reason.
I think
So
one of
that's
his beefs
ridiculous.
was as well that apparently there was another. It might even been Minecraft. Weren't held to the same rules because Xbox desperately wanted Minecraft on there, so they forgot sort of forgo them the update fees. So there was a big stink over it. Phil Fish was really annoyed, but that's a lot of money. But if they're getting rid of it, that's brilliant. That's another step maybe towards helping indies. I still think they've got a long way to go. Sony again are opening up, allowing indies to do this stuff on their consoles, and again with how much game development is going to cost for big budget games on the new consoles, having the indies there on your platform is I think it can be really important with the next gen. But
we have indies now.
Yeah, and you look how well some of them sell. I mean, not all of them sell great, but you've got standout ones.
Well, one of them, obviously got made into an XBLA game from an indie game, and that's
Samurai vampire dishwasher thing, wasn't it?
The dishwasher.
The
dishwasher.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that game was incredibly tough. One of the toughest games I've ever played in my life. That game was tough, but it was
I hated
awesome.
that game. I hated
That
it.
was awesome.
Did you? Really?
It was we did it on Game Club, one of the old Zombie Frog game clubs, and it was like I was like, man, I'm not enjoying this game at all.
I can
You don't
understand
like
that
fun.
I mean, it was just too difficult. I mean,
it was
that was like I
way
can't
too
progress because I'm not having any fun. This is just ridiculously stupid hard.
hard. It was ridiculous hard, but I enjoyed it. Even though I broke a couple controllers over it, but
You break controllers over everything, eh?
Ah.
Any other little tidbits of news that you guys have picked up on the week? Anything that you want to discuss at all while we round things up?
I do have a question. I don't know if we mentioned it on the podcast. What's the first game you guys are probably going to get on your next gen console?
Because I'm a PS Plus member, I'm going to get Drive Club because that apparently is coming free. Although whether that's a full version, I don't know. I'm hoping it is. Buy wise, probably not. Buying wise, I actually don't know. I like the look of Knack. I think the more I see of that, the more interesting it is, and
Yeah.
it seems to be the one they're showcasing a lot of because obviously it was Mark Cerny's game. That looks really interesting. You know what? It's probably going to be Call of Duty. I'm going to get.
John.
I know, but I'm going to get sucked into it. I'm going to get Call of Duty and might as well get it on the console if it launches on the first day. Either that or Battlefield. Shadow Zone looks cool. I'll hopefully try that out, maybe on a demo. And Infamous isn't out till next year, so
Yeah.
Yep. That was going to be my game for the
Yeah.
PS4 launch, but
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm getting for the PS4, honestly. So I'll have to, get back with you on that.
what about
But for
Xbox?
the Xbox One, it'll be multiple. But the one I'm really looking forward to is I know it's on the PS4, but I'm getting on the one is Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs.
Yeah, that might be one of the games I'll pick up. Again,
You know-
I haven't seen enough of it. When they show it, they're set pieces, and you can't get a feel of how it's going to play.
Yeah.
Well, the more I see of it, obviously make a decision. I'm basically going to put money aside between now and then, so that on launch day I can go in there, get my console, and then get maybe 3 or 4 games that I could take with me. Should have wanted to. It should have wanted to, yeah.
Or you can go in and get your console, go home, and then buy it online.
I could do that way as well. Absolutely.
That's what I'm doing. My
Yep.
PlayStation 4 will be all online digital.
I
Yep.
am toying with that.
Yep. And
The,
I said when we had this discussion about if we're all going all digital, if we're ready for this, and I was kind of like, yeah, I don't think we're ready for it. Yeah, I think I'm kind of wrong. I think we're ready for it.
Yeah, that's just me because I'm done with physical stuff. I mean, whatever.
Right.
I can't sell my shit. I don't care.
Right. And for me too, the biggest thing is I hate going to GameStop like, hey, you want to protect your game, or hey, you want to buy something else? Fuck you. I'm here for one thing and one thing only, and then I want to get the fuck out. I don't need your sales pitch. So.
Well, the bad thing is I've been to my GameStop for so long. Everybody knows me, and they don't even ask me.
Because
But
they know you as a customer. That's right on.
They know you're an asshole and who's not
Right.
going to pre-order anything.
yeah, they know that because I like to talk about the reviews and stuff like that. And they're like, "You want pre-order anything?" I'm like, "I'm getting that for a review." Don't worry about
So, fuck you!
that. Jelly.
Oh, see, you people need to stop saying jelly. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, God. It's jealous. Use the fucking word. Come
I
on.
know. I do it because it is annoying. But then
okay, well, hey, good, there you go.
So, what are you going to go then for, Drew?
without a doubt, I'm getting Shadowfall. I mean, that Killzone. I love. That's the first person shooter that I care about.
You like that game, don't you?
No,
I love Killzone.
This is a stupid question. Shadowfall is what again?
Killzone.
Oh, is it? Okay, I didn't know. Okay, my bad. Okay.
Yeah, basically Killzone 4, I guess.
Okay.
The only other thing,
Ooh, I might get that.
because you mentioned Watch Dogs, would you want to wait? Because I'm guessing that Watch Dogs will probably come out about a month before, like in October or something like that, for the 360, PS3, and PC. So, are you dying to play that much?
I'm happy to wait. I have made the decision that the last game I buy on this generation's Grand Theft Auto. Anything that's going to be coming out for the PS4, but also for the PS3 earlier, I'm going to wait.
See, and that's a good question. I doubt, since Watch Dogs will be out on all systems, there's going to be too much of a difference to even maybe warrant a next-gen purchase. So, I don't know. I never thought of it, Drew. Thanks for blowing my mind.
I mean, what? I mean, that's the thing, because they've said it's going to be on every platform, and more than likely, and I've already asked multiple people to say, well, Watch Dogs will be available when the consoles come out, which means more than likely they're going to release that game on 360 and PS3 and PC way before these new next gen consoles come out.
Well, it'll only be weeks.
I mean, it may be weeks. Hell, they may up and
Is it
decide.
Watch Dogs, or is it October?
I don't know. Have they even released announced a date for it yet?
No,
I don't
they
know.
probably haven't.
Let me look it up.
I would imagine that the rumours are that it's rumours are mid-November for PlayStation, towards the end for Xbox.
Well, then that would be about the launch time for the systems. So.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's going to be the launch, possibly the launch times. Watch Dog is going to be coming out. Well, it's not going to be end of October because that's Assassin's Creed territory, but it might be slightly before or slightly after, which is literally a weeks away from the console. So
I misunderstood. I thought you were talking about Watch Dogs when you said mid-November to late November.
Oh no, I meant PS3 and I'm sorry, PS4 and Xbox One. You wouldn't have to wait long, I don't think.
No, but again, I mean, we got Drew doing the research to see if
I guess, man, this is taking up some crazy internet. Wikipedia won't even pop up.
Jesus.
Wow, that lightning, did some damage to your network there.
Maybe.
Get the squirrels to run faster.
Well, they got electrocuted. That's the problem. So.
Hey, excuse me. It's saying Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 3, Wii U, and Xbox 360 release in North America November 19th. So,
about
it's going to be launch console, and it might even be after then.
The week of, or maybe a week before,
No,
or maybe a week, maybe a week after. So we don't know.
If it's a week before, either way, a week before after, then if it's that close, I'll get one for the next gen consoles.
Why not?
I do want Watch Dogs, but I don't know when I'm gonna get it.
All right. Well, I mean,
Killzone's day one for me. That's my first game.
And since you said that, and I know we had a lot of fun playing the multiplayer in 3, I'll probably get that one at launch for the PS4, so we can try that online, and hopefully it's going to be just as fun as the third one. So,
have they said if the PS4 is going to come with a headset?
Yeah, it is.
It is going to come with a headset.
It's going to be a wired headset. It's going to be like 3.5 mil into the controller, but it's like one of those old mobile phone headsets you used to get with one earpiece and a little microphone and a little controller.
Oh, so like the one for the PS2 with SOCOM.
Maybe I've never had that. So
yeah, it had the one. It had the one. Like sort of like yours, just with the one cup and then the mic coming down.
This is just, it sits in one area. It's like a little bud one.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well,
like
it's
yours,
coming with
but
one.
with one.
At least it's coming with
showed
one.
it in the commercials. They showed it in some of the commercials. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which commercials?
The interface commercial.
Yeah, well, not just that, but with the interface with the guy and the girl and the other guy, and they're like, "Hey, jump on Killzone and play with me," and they switch back and forth. How if you have a game installed on your hard drive, you can be playing it. Somebody could be playing Killzone. They showed him playing Knack and showing somebody playing Killzone. He said, "Hey, jump into my Killzone game." He just kind of paused Knack and went straight to Killzone.
Mm.
So.
No, well, it showed him. I think he double tapped the PlayStation button. It then brought up a menu where he could download the multiplayer version of Killzone first, as opposed to the single player. So you can actually choose which one you want to do, and then literally, may have been shortened experience,
Right.
but he then literally jumped in. He's ready to go in seconds, and he was playing his mate on Killzone. But they both had the little controllers in headset, which is obviously in stark contrast to the one that you're not getting with the Xbox One, because
no, you get a headset.
It's called the Kinect.
It's called Kinect, and no one gives a shit, and that's another fucking foot up our asses from Microsoft.
Do you want to hear something hilarious? I wonder if it's possible that scenes as a Kinect is the microphone, that if someone in your game shouts Xbox off, all of them turn off. That would be hilarious.
I'm sure there's precautions for that, Jonathan. But it would be funny.
I seriously hope that is the case.
Let's wind this up. Okay, so Thank you for listening. We did have a viewer, apparently, probably Ken. So we've
Get
we've
a
had
life, motherfucker!
we have had somebody watching, but the whole point of this is that it's going to go up on our YouTube channel. If you do want to watch, if you like this and you do want to watch live, we will be recording this around about 11 p.m. British Standard Time, 6 p.m. Are you Eastern or
Eastern Standard.
Eastern Standard Time for you guys? You can find us on I think I'm not sure whether Ken set up a specific channel for this or whether it will be airing on the ZTGD Originals channel. I'll get clarification for that. But if you search ZTGD Newsburst, you'll be able to find it. Please leave your feedback. You can do that in the comments section on YouTube page. You can also email podcasts@ztgd.com. It will get over to us if you sort of put in the subject bar news burst. If you have any sort of questions or any feedback you'd like to give us, if you want us to change anything, give some input. You know, we're all ears, even though they are covered up.
Oh, clever John.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to thank my gracious co-host Justin
Thank you. Yeah.
and our special guest Drew.
Yes.
Weather permitting, I will be a special guest.
We will have Drew on again. There's only so many members of the podcast. We will have to rotate.
Right.
Next week, I don't know who we've got on. I'm going to arrange that in the week, but we'll have another special guest with us. Probably everyone will flake out and it'll be Drew again. But you know what?
Oh, hey, more than welcome, Drew. You're more than welcome. You know, anytime, every time. So.
I'm happy to be here.
But from us here at the Newsburst, I'd like to thank you for watching and have a great weekend. Take care.